now? No. I didn't. I mean, I'm gonna study here, bro. I don't got time for that. Gotta go study right now, so do that. This might be a bit too loud right now for the stream. This might be a bit too loud, so gonna do that, and then we're gonna increase the volume to the max. There you go. Should be alright this year. Should be able to increase it a little bit as well. If I do that. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, let's go. Let me just do that though, because we're gonna be watching this right now.
In this lab, you will learn about the various documentation needed for an information security policy. It contains a scenario about a fictitious company called Acme Healthcare. Information security policies are important components of network administration. Having good policies and procedures in place will help your organization avoid many security problems and quickly fix those that do occur. Before you begin this lab, you will need internet access so that you can open these websites, play the video, and view the documents listed here. These are the objectives of the lab. In Part 1, you will read this scenario about Acme Healthcare. They have had several data breaches over the past 5 years. A cybersecurity contractor performed an audit and found 15 different vulnerabilities in Acme Healthcare's systems. You will also watch the Information Security Policy video to learn more about information security policy documents. In Part 2, you will research the types of vulnerabilities listed to determine which of them pose the greatest threat. You will open the Top Computer Security Vulnerabilities link to learn more. Based on your research, you will list the top 5 security audit findings that Acme should address, starting with the greatest vulnerability. In Part 3, you will create an information security policy using templates from the Information Security Policy Templates link as a guideline. Then, you will create a step-by-step set of instructions to support your new policy. In Part 4, you will create an information security policy implementation and dissemination plan. You will use the links that you have opened in the previous parts of this lab. You will document the information required to create an information.
Like, why does this refresh so often?
Will use the links that you have opened in the previous parts of this lab. You will document the information required to create an information security policy, implementation, and dissemination plan. We hope you enjoy the lab.
Hey Mitch, how's it going? Hello Gravity. How you doing, guys? I'm doing good. Doing good. Just doing some studies right now. That's about it. How about you guys? How you doing? I'm Apu Gra. Oh, okay. How's it going, man? Good. I'm good. I'm good. Just studying. I don't really want to do this whole like policy thing. Honestly, I don't really want to do that. I want to kind of skip it, but I'll do it anyways. Let me do my. Let me actually do my final exam for this year. I'll do my final network defense exam here, and then yeah, once I'm done with that, then we'll probably jump on some Python stuff. I'll finish this year. We'll learn some Python after this. Still have a challenge which I'm not like completely done with on Python, so I need to do a bit of that as well. Let's start. Characteristic of layer defense, in-depth security approach. This one here. What device would be used as third line of defense in a defense in-depth approach? Third line of defense. Is what I said correct? Actually, I don't even remember what that means anymore, honestly. Because I did that a while ago. I don't really care what it is, but... Okay, it would typically be the host. I'll trust ChatGPT on that one here. So which one is this one? This is a layer defense. Okay, this is defense in depth. Yeah, this is different. This is different. This is defense in depth. This is not layer defense. Cool. Which free security services are provided by digital signatures? Authenticates the source. Confidentiality, not really. No, it does not provide confidentiality. Authenticates the destination. No. Provides non-repudiation. Maybe. Guarantees data has not changed. Yes. Encryption, not really. No. Signatures don't really provide encryption. Let me just check though if I got this correctly here. Let me just bring that down. Full screen it. That way I can just switch back and forth easier. Much easier that way. So authenticates the source, non-repudiation, and it has not been changed. There we go. Thank you. Nice. Very nice. Alright, let's go back in here. Let's go down. In a comparison of biometric systems, what is the crossover error rate? What is a crossover error rate? What the hell is a crossover error? I never heard about this in my life. Like, what? Did I even do this? Let me see what even it means. Hold up. I don't think I ever did this thing ever. So where it's basically the rate at which false positives equal to false negative. Okay. Rate of false negatives and rate of false positive. Alright, false negative and positive basically. So rate of false negatives and rate of false positives. There we go. What are two physical security precautions that a business can take to protect its computing system? Physical. Yeah, physical. Data backups is not really physical, is it? Biometric. It's computing system. What can it do? Lock doors. I mean, that is physical. Replace software files with hardware files. What the hell is a hardware file? Oh wait, no, that's not really physical, is it? That's not physical at all. I guess this is physical. Biometrics are physical, and the doors are physical. So that's that. Yeah, block the doors and biometrics, so we good. I mean, if I'm wrong, then I'm as smart or stupid as ChatGPT at this point, so it's fine. Even if you get it wrong, then you know it means that AI can't replace us because ChatGPT got it wrong too. Which wireless standard made AES and CCM mandatory? I'm pretty sure that's WPA2, or is it WEP2? It's one of them that's two, but it's definitely not the first one. I think it's I think it's WPA. Honestly, I might be wrong though. Not really sure. I know one of them doesn't need passwords. What the fuck? No, okay, did I not copy it? I guess I didn't copy it here because it's just going to the old one. Copy this. There we go. Paste this. And there we go. See now. Yeah, WPA2. Wildfire protected access. There we go. So yes, WPA2. So we got that right as well. Alright. The network administrator is setting up a web server for a small advertising office and it's concerned with data availability. The administrator wishes to implement disk fault tolerance using the minimum number of disks required. Which RAID level should the so he wants fault tolerance. I'm pretty sure RAID 0 does not bring that. I think maybe RAID 1 actually does. No, it does not. RAID 1 does not. I think it's between RAID 5 and I think RAID 5 does it. Because like as from RAID 5, I think you need like 3 hard drives and then you can get fault tolerance. Yeah. Really? Oh, okay. So yeah, in RAID 1 it mirrors it. So yeah, since it mirrors it, you don't really need. I guess you don't really need more than that, you know. Which two features are included above TechX Plus and Radius protocols? Transport layer protocols. I mean, I'm guessing you will need like some sort of transport layer protocol to get it done, you know. I actually forgot what they are even used to. Dude, bro, this shit. I should probably start taking notes. I'm not gonna lie, man. I might have to start taking notes. Yeah, I think they use for authentication, like server authentication, if I'm not wrong. I think they use for server authentication. Let me ask ChatGPT what they use for. Yeah, there we go. Authentication, authorization, accounting. There we go. So they use for the AAA stuff. There we go. Very nice. Thank you very much. Which term describes the ability of a web server to keep a log of the users who access the server as well as the length of time they use it. Not authorization, assigning permissions, accounting. It's accounting. Which hashing technology requires keys to be exchanged? I could just turn on the cam now because my mom was in my room doing some stuff. There we go. Look like shit, but it's fine. It's fine, really. It's not the end of the world. Alright. Let me just do that. Let me just check. Alright, cool. We're good. Let's go back full screen. Which hashing technology requires keys to be exchanged? I mean, I'm pretty sure AES kinda. Salting is not like. I mean, usually during hashing, but it's just like you add it to the hash. Like you add the salt in there. So I don't think that's that. I think it might be between HMAC and AES. MD5 is kind of not. I was gonna say reluctant. Unrelevant now, so I don't think it's that. So I think it's between AES and the other one, really. Oh yeah, it's an encryption algorithm. Yeah, so HMAC it is then, because yeah. Yeah, there we go. So it's this one here. HMAC. So it is HMAC. What are two uses of an access control list ACL and complement traffic based upon the MAC address? No. I mean, I can't. No, it's usually like a layer of 3D plus, I think so. If she said it says two specific acceleration at ports. I don't think standard. I think extendeds can do that. I don't think standard ACLs can block ports and shit.
Please,
Yo, Mitch, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you for the sub, brother. I appreciate that.
Please, sir, I want to reach.
I want to reach, brother.
The Sugar Daddies, Mitch 18 Heart.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that a lot. How you doing, by the way, man? How you doing? You enjoy United winning a trophy? I was actually surprised that we won that. I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised that we won that. You deserve it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. It means a lot, honestly. What are two uses of an access control list? ACLs can permit or deny traffic based on the MAC address originating. No. The best path to destination. I don't think it can do that. Can control which areas a host can access on the network. I think it can do that. Provide a basic level of security for network access. I think it does that as well. I think it's these two here, but I might be wrong. Yeah, fine. I don't really care about GB4 row. Anyways, it's the same thing. Either way, no difference to me. Yeah. Did Tottenham qualified for the Europa League, right? I think they qualified for, or was it Europa or was it the conference? Either way, no difference to me. I didn't really care. I don't mind City because I like the players, but I hate Pep. Sick of everyone sucking him off, but I don't like Manu. Then hack in though. 10 more years. No, not 10 more years. I feel like he's gonna get 1 more year. And if next year the team is not, I mean, let's be honest though, United had so many injuries, bro. Like the whole defense was injured. Like at some point, our only striker was injured. Like half the season, our only striker is injured. Like, you know, like the midfield will also just fucking cooked as well, you know. So does fifth not get Champions League, Mitch? Oh wait, no. I think we're not like the Premier League is not one of the leagues that gets 5 spots, right? I think that the Serie A got 5 spots, and I think La Liga got 5 spots. Yeah. I think if English teams went further, but I think yeah, Bundesliga also got 5 places because there's 2 Bundesliga. Teams in the finals, so they got 5 spots as well. Yeah, sucks though, but I mean at least we're in Europa now, so that's cool, you know. At least we got Europa League football. So there's that. I think honestly this game might have been scripted, cause you know, if United doesn't play in Europa League or Champions League, both of these like UEFA basically loses like, I don't know, like 10 million viewership, you know, on these competitions, because United fans are gonna watch it now, you know what I'm saying? So I think it might have been scripted, because City got Champions League anyway, so it would have been fine for them. It looks like only City has 5 spots. Really? I used to say that when I was little. I mean, cause City, I don't know, maybe City's tired as well or something. I don't know, but they didn't play as the good City. You know what I'm saying? Football is rigged. My first contribution. I mean, it is certainly rigged, bro. Like it's certainly rigged. There's a lot of players that will take money and will. There's a lot of players that will just take money and just play like shit. Oh, they can. Okay, okay. So standard ACLs can restrict access to specific ports. Okay, cool. So standard ACLs can restrict access to specific version ports. Okay. Wrestling. I mean, like wrestling is next stage, like staged. You know, like it's next level stage. Like that is truly staged. Football, you know, you think it's not staged, but it might be staged. We know who's winning before. I mean, like you won't know the you know, like the fighters will know, but the public won't know. All I'm saying. And I mean, like the City players didn't even seem mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't seem like really mad about, you know, losing the final. They were like, yeah, it's fine. You know, like most of them were like, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. In which configuration will an outbound ACL placement be preferred or an inbound ACL placement? When an interface is filtered by an outbound ACL and the network attached to the interface source network being filtered within. Bro, what the fuck even are they talking? I don't speak English natively, bro. Like, why are you gonna put this? Like, what is that? When a router has more than one ACL, I don't think. I mean, like, you can have. I mean, like, why would you prefer outbound though if you have more than one ACL? Why would you do that? It makes no sense. I'm saying this was my conspiracy. The players either score a miss on purpose to get the pre. Oh, okay. So that's what you thought. Like you thought, you know, it was like wrestling. That's what you thought. You thought like every single game was, you know, like rigged. That's interesting. When the ACL is applied to an outbound interface to filter packets coming from multiple inbound interfaces before the packet exists. I don't know, man. This question got me confused, bro. Like they asking me crazy stuff. Like, brother, I don't natively speak English. Don't give me like this crazy shit. Before I even knew wrestling was redecided. Oh, so that, like you thought football was the one that was scripted first, and then you thought wrestling was the one that's scripted. Like I would watch people play and think if the pros are that much better, surely they can just do all times. Yeah, I mean like that's what I think sometimes as well. You know, like you're a pro, you do that every single day. Should you not be doing better, bro? Like, come on. Like, if you do something every single day, surely you should be able to just hit it top bins every single time, right? Like, come on, bro. No one thing. Okay. Anti keyboards can be used and access controllers to replace the wildcard address and wildcard. Which two keywords, okay, can be used in an ACL to replace a wildcard mask or address and wildcard mask pair? Oh, okay, a host. I think host. I'm pretty sure host. Or any. I think any. Pretty sure any. Yeah, it's host and any. For the wildcard and then the host. I'm pretty sure. So host and any. GT, I'm pretty sure that's not. Like, I don't think I've ever used that in here. So this should host and any. Do you often get viewers on YouTube? It seems harder here. Like the thing is, once you get good at what I'm doing, once you get good and you actually like, I'm not learning anymore, and I'm, you know, like I'm at a level where I can actually teach people stuff, you know, like where I really got shit down, then those people get a lot of people coming in into their streams and stuff like that. Then you get a lot of people, but normally not. It's not that much. But the problem with this is like I use Restream, and when you use Restream, there's like a lot of delay on the YouTube. Even though you have like the minimum delay set, it still has a lot of delay, like maybe 20 seconds delay, which is kind of bad when you're streaming, you know. So that's also one of the reasons it's a bit harder. Plus I don't set up like I don't set up like tags and shit like that before I start every stream on YouTube, because I can't be bothered, you know. So that's also another reason why there's not that many people from YouTube. Host and any, there we go. Permits TCP host any, there we go, and then permit IP any. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's do that. When implementing a zone policy firewall, what is the default setting? Default security setting when forwarding traffic between two interfaces in the same zone. If it's in the same zone, then we just let it go, right? Yeah, it's not. I mean, I think it might be supposed to like 1 or 2 policies, but it's not tight. I think it's based on the default policy, but I could be wrong. Like it's either between like the default policy. No, it's not the default policy. I'm pretty sure there's like it's like just let it go. Okay, wait, no, actually, yeah, it's like default policy then. Cool. Which type of firewall makes use of a proxy server to connect to remote servers on behalf of clients? I'm pretty sure that might be an application gateway firewall, I think, but I might be wrong. But I might be wrong here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's an application gateway firewall. Which statements describe a typical security policy for a DMZ firewall configuration? Which statement describes a typical security policy for a DMZ firewall configuration? Typical security policy for a DMZ firewall configuration. I'll see. Return traffic from the outside that is associated with traffic originating from the inside is permitted to traverse from the outside. Bro, like, what is this inside, bro? Just like make it simple, man. Just English, come on. Return traffic from the outside that is associated with traffic originating from the inside is permitted to traverse from the outside interface to the DMZ interface. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is correct. Traffic that originates from the DMZ interface is selectively permitted to the outside interface. That is also correct. I think that's correct. Traffic that originates from outside the interface is permitted to traverse the firewall to the inside interface. No, that's wrong. Traffic that originates from the inside interface is generally blocked entirely or versatility, but no, that's wrong. Return traffic from the inside that is associated with traffic originating from the outside is permitted to traverse from the inside. Bro, like, make it short, man. Return traffic from the inside that is associated with traffic originating from the outside is permitted to traverse from the inside interface to the... No, like, normally you would not allow like pings and stuff like that. So it's either between the first option and the second option here. It's either between those. Yeah, I think it's that. There we go. What are 2 benefits offered by a zone-based policy firewall on a Cisco router? Choose 2. 2 benefits offered by a zone-based policy firewall on a Cisco router. So what benefits do you get from a zone-based policy firewall? Virtual and physical interfaces are put in different zones to enhance security. idea about this one, to be honest, guys. I honestly have no idea. Just I'll stretch you about this one, yeah. Okay, so virtual and physical interfaces, I'll put a different zone, and then there we go. Place the steps for configuring zone-based files in order from all this. Plus the fast. I have no idea, to be honest, bro. I mean, I'm guessing you have to create the zones first, and then you assign the zones to interfaces, and then you define traffic classes, and then you create the policies, and then you apply the policies. I think that's good here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh wait, no. We gotta define traffic classes first, and then we gotta create zones and shit, and then there's some zones and interfaces. I think that's good. I'm not really sure. We'll find out when we submit it. What is a function of the pass action on a Cisco zone? Of the pass action. We'll see here. Don't really care about Cisco stuff. We'll see. Forwarding traffic from one zone to another. There you go. But this thing just reloads every like 20 seconds, and it's annoying. It's very, very annoying. We have an ad playing anyways. I'm gonna go take a leak here, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be back. Alright, let's go down. Down. Okay, there we go. What is function of a parse? We already looked at that, didn't we? Forward traffic from one zone to another. Oh yeah. Which two advantages and security controls are provided by software-defined networks? What traditional network security solution? What even is this stuff? is insertion into traffic pole, higher performance than hardware files. Okay, no, I don't even know what this is, bro. Wait, what did it even say here? God, how many? There's like 36 questions in this thing, right? Which is annoying. Okay. I mean, a small home office. If you want to protect transaction data, you probably want to go with private key encryption, honestly, or like secret key encryption. Don't think you want to encrypt using a public key. I mean, I don't know. We'll see here. Oh, I guess, yeah, I guess we use public key because of the public key infrastructure. I mean, I should have phrased it as like public key infrastructure, you know, not public key encryption, I guess, but it's fine. I mean, the company is using public cloud provider to host its, so it's like getting like platform as a service, I guess. So I guess it's responsible for the data, and I mean, it's not really responsible for the customer endpoints. You know, that's the customer. And I think the application, pretty sure it's the application. Network control, that's up to the guys on the platform. Data. Okay, the data and application. Yeah, did say that. What is the function of SDKs in application development? There we go. Strongest hashing algorithm. MD5 is outdated. AES is not outdated, but SHA is more secure as far as I know. On AES, because SHA is like 100, or AES is like 128 bits. SHA is 256, so yeah. There we go. And if you want to change the code every day, I guess you could do a yes. Because it's changed every day, you know, it doesn't have to be like that secure. Plus, if you're going to change it every day, you know what I'm saying? I think it's between AES and HMAC, honestly. I don't think you're going to use, SHA-1 for that, because especially SHA-1 I think it's outdated now. And 3DS and the other ones as well. So it's between AES and HMAC for me. I think it's gonna be AES here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be AES. Because 3DS is a bit old, isn't it? So I think it's gonna be AES here. Yeah, I think AES is more secure, so I'm gonna go AES here. Yeah, I'll switch one is more secure actually. There we go, AES is more secure. GGMU.
Sagarson says Man United in Borpepta van der Jaar.
Yes, sir. Very happy that we actually managed to win the trophy. It's very, very, very nice, man. Very, very nice. Very happy about that, actually. You know, and I think, yeah, I think Ten Hag is gonna stay for another season now after this. And I mean, I hope he gets the backing. You know, I hope he gets the players he wants. And hopefully we can build a good team. Hopefully we don't get a lot of injuries next season, and then, you know, we can go for. I think the league is gonna be very difficult. Let's hope we can at least win the Europa League, and maybe like some other trophy like the FA Cup again or something like that. You know, hopefully we can at least win like another trophy. I'm gonna go have dinner. Be right back. All right, take care, man. Enjoy your dinner. What are you having for dinner? What are two methods to maintain certificate verification status? CRL and OCSP. Pretty sure these ones here. Oh, there we go. You're in a restaurant right now. Oh, okay, nice, man. Nice. Enjoy your time with your family. Bread and black bean chicken. Alright, man. Enjoy it. Take care. Enjoy your food. And yeah, much love. Thank you for checking into the stream while at the restaurant, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, bon appetit, bro. Enjoy your food. Which application layer protocols manage the exchange of messages between a client and a web browser? Application layer protocols. Pretty sure it's HTTP and HTTPS. If it's web browser, then it's like HTTP and HTTPS, right? HTML is like the markup language used to load up the website and all that. So yeah, pretty sure it's HTTP and HTTPS for the protocol. Yeah, there we go. Which technology will be used to create the server log scenario by network devices and reviewed by an entry-level network person who works the night shift at the data center? Syslog, I'm pretty sure. VPN, ACL, no, none of these. It's definitely Syslog. No, I believe in myself. I believe in myself for that one, so I'm not gonna check it on ChatGPT. I gotta lose time with that. I might be a security better company. Yeah, I think it could be used to bring malware to a host. I think it can be used for that. There we go. Which two options are network security? Monitoring approaches that use advanced analytic techniques that analyze network telemetry data. Approaches. I think it's like embed and like something like that. Like I know NetFlow. Actually, NetFlow is probably one of them. And then I don't think it's SQL. That's like an. It's not like it's like an app. SQL, I'm pretty sure. So. Okay, embed and NBA. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. It's embed and NBA. I mean, at least I picked one, right? Even though it was random, at least I picked one right. You know, even though I didn't really mean it, I actually picked one right. Nice, very nice. I think I might have to refresh again here, which is the one bad thing about Skills for All. It's free, right? It's free, so it's cool, but there's this, like, sometimes you have to refresh like 10 times when switching tabs, which I guess you're not really supposed to be switching tabs during one of the exams, but you know, it's an online exam, so you should expect me to be doing that, bro. You know, I don't got two screens to cheat. I got, like, you know, just look at both screens at the same time. Embed and NBA. There we go. Which information can be provided by a Cisco NetFlow utility? Peak usage time, the traffic routing. I think that. Are these not PSQ? What is? No. Source and destination UDP port mapping, security and user account restrictions. I think it just gives you like the info about like the network flow, not really like what's in the network flow. So yeah, there we go. What are two elements that form the PRI value in a syslog message? Severity and the facility, or the header, or maybe the timestamp. It's not the host name. I'm tempted to go facility, but I'm not really sure, bro. I think it's facility though. I remember the term facility. Yeah, there we go. So facility and severity. There we go. There we go. Network administrator is trying to download a valid file from an internal server. However, the process triggers not on an MSM tool. He's downloading a valid file from an internal server. So this is a false positive. Yes, false positive. The number 21,000. That's the snow rule that is triggered, I'm pretty sure. Well, if it's an actual alert, I mean, did it happen already? The alert was, it says the alert was an actual. So did we get a false negative, or is it a true positive? It is like an alert, though. It is an alert, so it's either true positive or false negative. Unless it's a true positive. And I'm right. Okay. Wait, fuck, I failed. No, 69. No, I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing. Oh my god. ChatGPT, you sold, bro. ChatGPT sold. ChatGPT sold, bro. ChatGPT sold me. It sold me, bro. the internal router here. This one ChatGPT sold, bro. I mean, like, it says provides non-repudiation, which is what I'm saying here. It provides non-repudiation, bro. Like, what do you mean that's wrong? Bro, this is they're trying to just fail me on purpose at this point. Oh, okay, separation and litigation process. Okay, cool. Man, you know what? Fuck this shit, bro. Done with that. I'm kind of bored of reading through shit right now. I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. ChatGPT sold me bad, like real bad. So I'm just gonna do this again tomorrow. I wanna attempt that again tomorrow. Let me just watch some videos right now, bro. Just go through my videos, my watch later. We'll just go down the list here and watch some shit, I guess. There we go.
Have you ever wondered if VPNs really do much for your privacy and security? You see, I've been using VPNs for a long time, mostly to hide my IP address from the ISP, so they wouldn't send my parents angry letters about my internet usage. Sometimes I'd sign into sketchy Wi-Fi and wanted to double wrap. Circumventing geoblocks and censorship when traveling also came in handy. But something always felt fishy about VPN, since instead of trusting the ISP that you do know, you decide to trust some guys in Europe and an ISP that you don't know. I decided to check out what the VPN providers themselves are saying about this stuff.
Malicious websites can infect your devices with malware, unless you use
VPN apps keep your activity and identity private while you browse, stream, email, or download. Protect all of your devices with just one click.
I guess internet hacking is also that easy. Selling online security and privacy as being all about VPNs is like telling people health and well-being is all about face masks, which sounded a little bit like snake oil to me, so I decided to take a look at the history of snake oil. And what I learned was actually kind of interesting. A long time ago, Chinese immigrants moved to San Francisco to build the railroads of America and brought with them snake oil from the Chinese water snake as an ancient traditional medicine to treat arthritis and joint pains, since it contains 20% EPA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Cowboy entrepreneur Clark Stanley started hawking it as a cure-all that turned out to be beef fat, chili peppers, camphor, and turpentine. Stanley got slapped with a symbolic fine of $20 by the government, leaving him a wealthy man and spawning an industry of other products and salesmen just like him. You see, the problem with VPNs is that just like snake oil, it's fantastic in its original form and function, which is to bridge two remote sites together or allow an individual to securely connect to a different network. The whole point is to tunnel your internet from a network of lower trust to a network of higher trust. A corporate VPN, for instance. It's kind of like entering a wormhole to get from point A to point B.
Hey man, what was it? Hello Fenris, how's it going, man? Just this is a video on VPNs basically. Just like a little bit about VPNs. I like this. I watched one of these guys' videos and the animation was pretty nice. So, you know, I added one of his other videos, this one right here, about VPNs to my watch later. And you know, since I'm just chilling right now streaming, I just decided, you know, let's watch it, you know. Just chilling at the moment. Nice. How was your day?
bypassing everything in between. But things start to get dicey if you're going from a high to low trust, low to low trust, or an I don't know level of trust. And right now, it feels like a lot of fear-mongering in this industry. We got everyday folks convinced VPNs are what they need to keep themselves private and secure. But in reality, they're just paying for slower speeds, time spent training machine learning algorithms, and being lumped in with all the spammers and hackers abusing these services. Sometimes you just have to remind people that most of their web browsing is already encrypted without a VPN and
You're back. Welcome back, son. How's it going? All right, house maintenance, but it's a long weekend, so I'm clear for the weekend now. Nice, very nice, very, very nice. So now you get to enjoy the weekend. You got any plans for Sunday?
securing your DNS traffic in Firefox or Chrome is literally just a click.
How was the food, by the way, son? Enjoyed it?
I pulled Alexa's top million websites and wrote a script checking for HTTPS support and found that most of the first 90,000 did. At this range, we're looking at sites like qtelfreedownloadtrader.com, which I'm sure we all visit every day. First of all, is when companies want you to install their custom VPN client, forward your DNS over to be leak-proof, and even install their certificate authority on your device, which is like charging people so you can man in the middle of them. But at the same time, isn't there some value in masking your IP address when surfing the internet? We need to dig deeper. When your computer talks to a server, it sends packets tagged with a source and destination IP. These traverse the local network and a series of ISPs to reach the final destination. Anything logging traffic in
Watch the FA Cup as well. Pretty boring game. Hey, I'm a United fan.
between
We got the win, and I'm really happy with it. I don't care if it was, for me, it was a good game. United played very well, scored the goals, and then defended. Banana, in my opinion, should not have conceded that goal, but he made some decent saves before conceding the goal, so I'm not gonna blame him that much, especially since we won the game. So I'm gonna see just ball in. Haaland was pretty much invisible. If you take off that one shot he's had on the bar, he was basically invisible. The best player for City was Doku. Doku was insane when he came on, and he made me just shit my pants every time he had the ball. But overall, like, you take off Doku, and United was much better overall. If you take off Doku, Doku was like the best player on the pitch in like the second half, in my opinion. But you take him off, and City was just like meh today. You know, there wasn't anything insane. You take like apart from possession, they didn't really cock that much. City looked hungover. United were better, but I'm a neutral. Was just too flat. I mean, I guess for a neutral, it was kind of a boring game to watch. Yeah. What team do you support, Fenris? If you don't mind me asking. But yeah, I guess City just partied too hard, and you know it cost them. And Pepe's probably gonna flame that. He's probably just gonna flame their ass, you know, for partying that much, and then just getting cooked by United. Portsmouth. Okay, that's it. What division are Portsmouth in?
which can get geolocated to within a few zip codes away from your home. Your IP is probably shared by hundreds of other people and rotates regularly, so it's only when your computer talks to a server, it sends packets tagged with a source and destination IP. These traverse the local network and a series of ISPs to reach the final destination.
Just got promoted by the championship. Nice, very, very nice, very nice, man. Do you go watch them like at the stadium regularly?
Anything logging traffic in between can see your source IP address, which can get geolocated to within a few zip codes away from your home. Your IP is probably shared by hundreds of other people and rotates regularly, so it's only an approximate location, not where you sleep at night. With a VPN tunnel, the original packet gets encrypted and wrapped in another IP header with the VPN server as the destination. The server will unwrap the packet and forward it through its own ISP, using its own IP address as the source. Devices sitting before the VPN server can see your source IP, but not the destination. Devices sitting after can see the destination, but not the source. The zones of visibility in the network path are now partitioned. Or are they? Say hi to Elliot. Elliot wants to save the world by being a hacktivist. He uses a VPN to mask his IP address, but doesn't factor in all this other stuff. Instead of disappearing, Elliot leaves a blazing trail for the feds to follow. Elliot goes to jail. Here's the deal. Focusing on just the IP header is focusing on just the tip of the iceberg. When you look at a network packet, there's metadata present across all layers of the OSI model. Depending on the vantage point of an observer in your network path, there's different visibility levels into your packet. Every piece of software you install, whether an app or plugin, can potentially be malicious, surveilling your data and activity before it even leaves the device. On the local network, there's layer 2 addressing information that lets tech companies identify your location without an IP address through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth positioning. Looking at proximity and signal strength to nearby devices with known geolocations like your friend's phone, smartwatch, or wireless access point can help pinpoint your device too. The local ISP probably knows you're using a VPN based on the IP header alone, since just like Tor exit nodes, there's a fixed number of VPN addresses out there to track on a watch list. The VPN company and their ISP are privileged to see the real packet's metadata and can fingerprint your device type with the IP, TCP, and TLS headers. VPNs may claim to not log this stuff, but you can bet that the cloud providers and ISPs servicing them are. There's probably also a money trail out there leading back to you, even with Bitcoin. Now the server you're going to, they can easily tell you're on a VPN, since the MTU size, or max transmissible unit on the packet, is going to be smaller than usual, since we're tunneling one packet inside of another. Valdic SS even has code on his GitHub page that can fingerprint the type of VPN you might be using, and runs a proof of concept on his website. Watch lists and this kind of fingerprinting help sites like banks flag any VPN connections and deny you service. But there's also juicier ways to track you. I looked at payment company Zelle, owned by another company that's owned by 7 major banks, to see which tracking methods were listed on their privacy policy. Besides the usual suspects like Google Analytics, cookies, or social media plugins, there's also eTags HTML5 local storage, single pixel web beacons, JavaScript, and device tokens provided from your smartphone. All these identifiers get rolled into fingerprinting graphs designed to tie multiple IPs, accounts, and devices back to a single user for tracking purposes. Advanced actors occupying multiple vantage points on a network path can correlate traffic patterns together, just like pieces of a puzzle. If you're at Starbucks using their Wi-Fi, Google's registering your hardware address, location, timestamp, true IP, Google accounts and services, then correlating that with your internet usage. And if you're the government, you can just buy or ask for that data. This video is sponsored by Bad VPNs. Forget 5 Eyes, 9 Eyes, 14 Eyes. They're registered in all of the countries, so no one feels left out. They protect your traffic with BES 256, a military-inspired encryption that safeguards all the keys so you don't have to. Selling your data to telemetry partners lets them offer the low price of $2 a month. Pay now with Dogecoin and you'll receive a 3% discount. Sign up now at badvpns.com. But seriously, let's look at the story of a Swiss company called Crypto AG. Crypto was founded in the 1950s by Boris Hagelin, who invented portable encryption devices for the United States in World War II. He became close friends with William Friedman, NSA's chief cryptologist, and formed a plan to end the dark age of American cryptology. Later on, the CIA and German intelligence secretly purchased the company in a joint venture called Rubicon, selling crypto devices to over 120 governments throughout the world. They architected the ownership through a series of shell companies using bearer shares so that no names appeared in registration documents. This was all made possible through professional firms like DTG, now known as KPMG, or the law offices of Marxer and Goop, now Marxer and Partners, who were all paid to sign the deals and keep quiet. They'd also operate through cover companies like Intercom Associates, or private partnerships with Siemens and Motorola to influence crypto's algorithms. The operation at one point accounted for nearly 40% of NSA's data take, generating millions in profits, split 50-50 cash in a parking garage to plow into other operations. Intel from crypto devices helped the US in everything from the Iranian hostage crisis, Falkland Islands War, and presidential negotiations. But crypto was just one target. These guys owned or influenced everyone else too, as long as they worked on encryption gear. This firm was clean, but got targeted with smear campaigns because they stayed independent. What's interesting about Rubicon is that a lot of other countries were all in on the secret. They went after almost anyone, including NATO partners like Spain, Greece, Turkey, friendly countries like Japan, South Korea, even Mexico. And of course, Israel always gets the inside scoop. Leave it to the Germans to not spy on their friends. You see, the nature of VPNs makes it the perfect asset for intelligence agencies. If I had to spy on people, I'd just set up a few dozen competing VPN companies, register in various offshore jurisdictions with hidden ownership, then push it as a security and privacy tool for the mass market to adopt. It's perfect, since instead of having to collect all over the world, people will pay for the honor of shipping their data to you. Or you can just hack any legitimate VPN servers directly and save on the marketing budget. Since VPN companies will often rent or white label their infrastructure to multiple other brands, hacking the servers has a pretty good payoff. VPN Pro tells us that over 100 products out there are owned by just 23 parent companies, with 6 of them in places like China. But wait, why trust VPN Pro? Aren't they just another review site? Like, why is it 9.4 versus 9.3 stars? Is there really a difference in that 10th of a star? How do you know they're not just promoting some products while smearing others as part of a complex spy operation? If you look at that one privacy guy's VPN chart, which unlike most review sites is actually kind of independent and doesn't use silly terms like military-grade crypto, you'll see this boom in VPN companies post-Snowden around the 2013 era. In the spirit of custom scores, only 1 out of 185 providers get over 9 stars on my red to green color scale. So now you might be wondering, what are the use cases where a VPN makes sense? Should I even try to mask my IP address? How do I not get spied on doing this? Before you can answer these kind of questions, first you want to figure out what your threat model is. Is it cyber criminals, big tech companies, your government? Developing the right threat model can help tailor your level of paranoia accordingly so it's not over or underweight. For most people, practicing digital hygiene and cleaning up your online identity isn't that complicated. Use a unique password for every site. Use a unique email for every site. Use hardware security tokens for two-factor authentication. Use random answers for recovery questions. Go through all of your settings on your accounts. Sanitize your social media. Use virtual machines and multiple phones for different kinds of activities. Don't click links or scan QR codes without analyzing them first. Set up a commercial address so you don't receive mail at home. Keep apps to a minimum and avoid pirated software. Use a host-based firewall to alert on outbound connections that you manually need to verify for every app. If you're traveling and tempted by public Wi-Fi, just bring your own internet through a portable hotspot or by tethering off your phone. None of those options involve using a VPN, yet do far more for your security and privacy overall. Now, don't get me wrong, but there are cases where you probably should mask your IP address. Circumventing IP blocks to watch Netflix, getting around national firewalls, bypassing download limits, performing offensive security assessments, conducting OSINT and research. Maybe you just want to keep your home IP address out of breach dumps for people to collect and target you specifically. In these cases, I strongly recommend renting a cloud VPS and just do it yourself, whether it's WireGuard, Shadowsocks, web proxy, or even good old SSH tunnel. This way, you understand the technology a bit more and now use a wormhole that you created and can personally control some of the infrastructure of the exit node. But wait, remember that 1 out of 185? The team behind that provider does seem a bit more trustworthy than the others. I'm not going to say who, but I will share some things to consider if you don't want to set up a VPN yourself. Here's how you find a good VPN, and that's 2 things: humanity and reputation. Humanity means knowing the people who actually own and operate a service. You can reach out, and they'll talk to you. The more shell companies, anonymity, and third parties involved, the less humane it becomes. When things go wrong, it's easy to opt out of being accountable. Reputation takes years to build and a moment to lose. If a provider's brand new, it's hard to imagine they've put in enough work to build it up. You want people who are honest about their mistakes, communicate early and often, and take action to fix things, even if it means massive self-sacrifice, just when it's really inconvenient to do so. You want people who have skin in the game, personally using their own products, so there's incentive to protect and make it better, with something valuable at stake. If there's enough humanity and reputation to trust them with your mother's purse, then maybe, just maybe, you found a good VPN.
How do you hack something? Oh, we all know the answer. You sit by the computer and bash the keyboard.
This guy's video was actually really nice. This was like hella nice, actually. Yeah, actually looks that.
This video is about eye strain and how to prevent it. So let's begin with a practical example. This green circle will show you retina burn. Simply stare at it for the next 15 seconds and try not to blink or turn away. In a couple of seconds, you're going to experience an example of retina burn. It's one of the many contributing factors towards eye strain from digital devices. Retina burn is particularly relevant to developers as well as designers who often stare at unchanging walls of text or designs for long periods of time. This issue is particularly hard to combat as many monitors on the market do not actively work to prevent digital eye strain. Until now. What is digital eye strain? On average, people spend about 6 hours a day staring into a digital screen. This causes immense strain on your eyes as you end up blinking a lot less and working your muscles in your eye a lot more than usual. Digital eye strain, therefore, results in feeling fatigued, experiencing much drier eyes, and having headaches as well. Retina.
Hold on, let me go get some water here, guys. I'll be right back in like a minute something. Just go get some water real quick here. I can't do that. Okay, I'm leg scratching right now. Yeah, let me get some water. I'll be right back here, guys, in a minute. Alright, I'm back.
Burn coincides with eye strain as it's the constant blue light and unchanging background that slowly degrades your visual cones and damages your vision over time. There are many studies that have been performed by places like Harvard as well as medical associations which go into more depth about this. But before we jump into that, let me tell you a little bit more about my own experiences in terms of eye strain. It is an important topic to me because throughout my life, I've been growing and learning to become a web developer. I've been forced to spend countless hours staring at unchanging, monotonous backgrounds of text as well as website designs. I would constantly be gluing my face closer and closer to the screen as I'm trying to read my code properly. My vision would worsen over days, weeks, months, and years. The lack of variety on the screen was slowly degrading my vision, and this was confirmed to me by my optometrist over many years of visitations. Nowadays, I try to make sure I take care of how I spend my time on the screen, especially when it comes to creating websites. It's a topic I've actually talked about on this channel before, which you can check out up here. I do this by controlling the lighting that I surround myself with in my environment, by adding things that are vibrant and alive to focus in my creativity, things like plans and decorations as well as pleasing lighting. But this isn't really enough, as retina burn and eye strain is still the cause by working more than 8 hours a day. The 20-20-20 rule is the closest I've come to imposing rules on myself that help. It's basically that every 20 minutes, you should spend at least 20 seconds staring at something at least 20 feet away. However, there is still one device out there which is the largest source of this problem, which I have never really been able to change: the monitor itself. So I decided to do some research into what elements of monitors were most beneficial for my eyes. I was immediately bombarded with all of these questions, such as, what is the difference between RGB or sRGB colors? How about picking an IPS monitor over an LCD panel? What about resolution? Are figures like pixel per an inch important? Should it be bigger, smaller? How many inches is enough? No matter the size, it never felt like enough. Do all these things even matter? I did my research and I came up with 3 factors that were the most important to monitors and their impact on eye health. These consistently ended up being blue light, flickering, and contrast. Let's start off with blue light. It's a term that gets thrown around a lot. What exactly is it and how does it contribute towards eye strain? I wanted to learn a little bit more, so I jumped on Google and found that a Harvard study found blue light from electronic devices such as smartphones, tablets, TVs, laptops, and screens is not actually harmful to the retina or any part of the eye. Blue light filters don't even reduce the symptoms of digital eye strain. This was a bit shocking because it mismatched information that I had read elsewhere on the internet. So what does limiting blue light actually have then? Well, since natural light is from the sun, it's a balance of the full spectrum of light, which is all the colors plus UV and infrared. This actually helps us synthesize vitamin D, something I'm lacking. The real effect it has on our eyes is psychological, where the natural light entering our eyes helps us anchor our circadian rhythms, telling us what time of day it is. This is why sunlight stimulates the release of feel-good hormones and endorphins throughout the brain and body, helping produce dopamine as well as serotonin. So, removing blue light from our screens is actually helping our eyes tell our brains what time of day it is, when it's time to get tired as well as have some rest. This explains why I can easily lose track of what time it is when I'm programming late into the night, and why I feel particularly drained. I don't feel sleepy until I take a look at the clock and then realize what time it is. I'm always chastising myself for not paying better attention, especially when I'm in that development zone. The second aspect towards eye strain is flickering. This is when a monitor refreshes the panel very fast. Backlights are turning on and off. This is imperceivable to the human eye. However, smartphones and digital cameras can actually pick this up if you select to record the screen. This flickering can cause your pupils to rapidly go from larger to smaller, which in turn causes a number of issues to the eye, such as eye fatigue as well as eye strain being among the few. Contrary to modern belief, LCD panels are not flicker-free. As you lower the brightness in dark settings, the flickering actually becomes more noticeable, especially in periods when the backlight is active during the duty cycle, which is shortened when the brightness is reduced. As someone who often writes code in the dark, lowering the brightness has always unconsciously made me feel better, but also more drained at the same time, and now I understand why. This is one of the differences between an IPS panel, which can implement flicker-free technology, allowing you to have a better image. So, what about size? Studies have shown that on average, people find that a 28-inch monitor is actually the best viewing experience. This is due to the fact that our visual field only amounts to 30 degrees on each side. Anything beyond 28-inch mark is basically forcing you to rotate your neck or eyes. So, While many people, myself included, have always been on a race to see if larger is better, with dual screen setups and extra wide monitors and super massive wide screens dominating the media landscape, they aren't always the best option, and they're often excessive as well as expensive. After all this research, I learned about a product specifically designed for eye care in mind. It was the BenQ eye care series of monitors. I reached out to them and they were kind enough to sponsor this video. They sent over their latest in the series, which tackles most of the main points that I've been talking about just now. So I've been using this monitor for about the last week or so, and here are my thoughts on it. In terms of coding, which is the most important thing to me, I found that this monitor surprised me. The eye care series is said to have good brightness and contrast and color, but it wasn't until I experienced it that I actually got to see. The color theme that I usually use on VS Code is the Atom Dark theme, and this looked amazing on the BenQ monitor. I've never seen it look so good. It made my coding experience so much more enjoyable. The dedicated coding mode also contributed to the brightness and contrast being pretty much perfect, and this is actually one of the very first time I've ever seen a display setting made just for coding. Hey, check this out. It also turns vertically, though I wonder if anyone would actually code like this. Brightness intelligence was a feature I initially glossed over, but I actually found this little eyeball staring at me, and I was wondering what it was. It actually changes the brightness and contrast of the screen depending on the background that you're in. So for example, when it was more sunny, it was brighter, whereas when it was darker, it was less. The other aspect is the flickering itself. This is kind of hard to trace down because I don't know if it's happening, it's something imperceivable, but I definitely felt like I could code for longer periods of time. I was a little bit worried that the size, being 28 inches, might be a little bit small because I've been using ultra wides and mega ultra wides for a while, but I actually found a surprising thing, which was that when I limited myself to a smaller screen where I could only view one window, I actually was more focused and concentrated on my coding, and I think that definitely helped. So maybe smaller is better. Some of the other goodies that this monitor delivered was just an easier experience for use. I'm often jumping on my MacBook Pro as a laptop that I can take with me on the road, and this monitor's USB-C cable that I can simply plug into the monitor and it connects and charges at the same time just made it much more effective to use than sometimes trying to connect up the HDMI cable behind a monitor or using dongles as well, which is a difficulty I often have. Yes, the resolution is only 1080p, and this means that maybe I'm not getting that same clarity, but honestly, I never noticed the difference between a 4K and a 1080p resolution, and I think 1080p might be just fine. I tried some gaming on this monitor. I opened up a first-person shooter called Valorant and had a few sessions. It was fun, but the 75Hz is definitely a limiting factor, so I wouldn't really recommend this for fast-paced shooters. I did play some StarCraft with it, which was perfectly fine, and I also watched a few movies, and I honestly didn't notice any difference over using a traditional monitor. So if you're using it for day-to-day actions like that, I think it should be just fine. My final thoughts are that yes, I think BenQ have done a good job with this eye care series of monitors. They definitely deliver on that promise of reducing eye strain with identifying key factors such as contrast, brightness, flickering, and a lot more. And if this is what you're looking for, if you're looking for something to help you reduce eye strain, I definitely would recommend it. And it's something I can see myself using for coding as well.
Mac, Windows, or Linux. That's the single biggest choice you'll ever make if you decide to become a programmer. Not only will you...
Let me watch this here.
Visit the UK, home to iconic British... Visit the UK, home to iconic British destinations. Bell End, Penistone, Fingering Hoe, Shitterton, and of course, Twat. As well as to an array of ancient reptiles, poisonous parasites, and this haunted Dickensian lamppost. The UK operates under the feudal system, with peasants belonging to whichever job centre has their file, whence they can be rented at rates so low they can barely afford to eat and heat their homes. Government is run by Tory scum, the legally approved term for Conservative Party members, whose job is to conserve obscene amounts of land and wealth in as few hands as possible. A cabinet of Tory scum is known as useless fuck pigs, pigs, according to one of them. Notable fuck pigs include the fuck pig who said old people should die, fuck pig who wanted to choose who should live or die, fuck pig who said homelessness is a lifestyle choice, fuck pig who lost to a lettuce, pig fucker fuck pig, and of course our fuck pig in chief. The Tory scum fuck pig's key policy is distraction. Distracting the proles with a series of bogeymen, grockles, immigrants, straight bananas, all with the help of a media that's almost entirely owned by just a handful of cunt companies. Every 5 years, the UK holds a symbolic ritual called an election, in which peasants are forced to use an archaic voting system called fucked past the post that lets them choose whether to be fucked by Tory scum or by the Tory scum-like party. This is an especially exciting time to visit the UK, because here at the British government, we're just about to announce the next election. And here's some of the bullshit you can expect to see. Populist wank, a deal with Rwanda, a minister for common sense, stoking a culture war, anything to distract from the soaring poverty, food and energy prices we're doing dick all about. Fake scandals. Remember that time Labour was unelectable because this guy ate a sandwich? Our media's so good at helping lower the entire nation's IQ, an essential requirement for voting Tory. Disenfranchisement. If you notice young people not being able to vote against us on election day, great, that's our recent voter ID laws working just as intended. Amnesia, our trusted favourite, where we pick a new slogan and ask voters to pretend we're not the exact same party that's presided over 14 years of utter fucking failure, including killing a shit ton of you with austerity, reduced life expectancy, increased homelessness and childhood poverty, collapse of the justice system and the NHS, criminal levels of deregulation, a privatised shit show that's profiting by shitting on you and all over our rivers and coastline, and this shit show wrecking the fishing industry, selling out farmers, local government bankruptcies, endless strikes, unaffordable housing, a failing transport system and climate policy, and reducing the incomes of the poorest Britons to the level of approximately Slovenia. Tories. With a government like this, who needs terrorists? The only way British voters can hope to surmount all these challenges during election season is by knowing about them in advance. So do not share this video with them. And whatever you do not tell them about this site, which shows them how to vote tactically in each seat. Tactical voting is the only electoral tool the British peon has to circumvent our munted voting system. Recent by-elections show that it works at kicking out Tory scum. So we're very much shitting ourselves about that. And if we do lose the election, don't worry. We've already salted the earth by selling anything that could be used by the next government to benefit the country, such as this land reserved for HS2. Just a parting gift to remind everyone what massive c***s we are. Forever. Visit the UK. Fuck you.
One of the internet's largest hacking forums has just been seized by the FBI, but then unseized? Also in your hacking news roundup, Europol was hacked, revealing law enforcement's playbook, and this Dell breach is pretty embarrassing. But first, Breach Forums is under the control of the FBI, reads the seizure banner. This is the second time Breach Forums has been taken out by the feds. Breach Forums 1.0, which was run by the infamous hacker Pompompurin, was taken out last year, and shortly after that, Breach Forums 2.0 spawned, being run by one of the site's original admins, Baphomet, in collaboration with the threat actor Shiny Hunters. But now, just a month before its first birthday, the new forum has also been seized. The source of the breach seems to be its main admin, Baphomet. His personal site has disappeared, and his Telegram channel is hosting a message saying that it's under the control of the FBI. There's been no PGP signed update from the guy, leading to Shiny Hunters presuming he's been arrested. However, there is some confusion here, because typically when the feds make such a high-profile arrest, they're quick to brag about it in a press release. But in this case, we haven't heard a thing. It's been suggested that Baphomet could be a minor, which might be complicating things, but there's also rumours that this was pre-planned, that Breach Forums has been a honeypot all along, and Baphomet is himself working with law enforcement, though there's absolutely no evidence of that. At the time of its demise, Breach Forums 2.0 had over 150,000 members, which have now all been made cyber refugees, which raises the question, where will they go? Well, when Breach Forums 1.0 was pwned, we saw a bunch of small forums spawn trying to fill the void before Breach Forums 2.0 appeared and quickly won that battle. But this time things might play out a bit differently, because just 24 hours after the feds took it over, the breach forums domain is back in the hands of shiny hunters and now points to a Telegram group where its users are regrouping. It seems that whilst the feds did manage to seize breach forum's server, they didn't manage to grab its domain, which uses a .sttld, which is administered by a small island off of Africa. And so Shiny Hunters seems to have just pointed the domain to this new splash page, and so it's quite likely that breach forums will soon be back in action. That being said, that doesn't mean this operation is a complete failure for the feds, because the real prize here is all that juicy data that the feds now have access to. We're talking IP logs and private messages, which law enforcement will no doubt delicately comb through, taking advantage of any small OPSEC mistakes made by breach forums' high-profile users, whether their VPN dropped at some point, or perhaps they unintentionally dox themselves in a DM, as happens to breach forums' former owner Pompompurin. The feds will be quick to capitalize on any mistakes. And sifting through all that data might not take very long at all, because it was recently announced that Microsoft has spent the last 18 months creating a version of GPT-4 specifically for the feds to use to analyze mountains of data. It's only just been deployed, so perhaps this will be its inaugural use. The FBI is also hoping that former breach
Hey, Trojan Mango, how's it going, man?
Users will start spilling the beans on each other. They've even set up a dedicated site where users can rat each other out. The next couple segments of this video also involve breach forums, but FYI, they were made just a couple days before the takedown. A breach forums user is selling a treasure trove of data stolen from Europol. To be specific,
what is that? Damn vulnerabilities, definitely don't exploit that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not clicking on that. Can I get a job in smart contract auditing? I honestly have no idea, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am very much smart contract hacking stuff. I have no idea what smart contract hacking stuff is, to be honest. Like, I just started like learning about, I would say 2 months ago. In February I started learning like cybersecurity. And yeah, I've done like skills for all. I've done a little bit of TryHackMe. I haven't done HackTheBox and stuff like that, so I'm very much beginner. So I'm probably not the best when it comes to somebody that can I don't know, like, you know, fuck it, let me just click it. Or what, like, the worst thing is happens, like, you get my IP, like, that's fine. Demo modify is a war game to learn offensive security to deflage small contracts in Ethereum. Featuring flash loans, price recalls, governance, NFTs. So it's like cryptocurrency stuff. From the repository, check out the latest version with git checkout v3. Install dependency Leon. Code your solution. I don't know how more software engineering background, but hacking has always intrigued me. Okay, well, I mean, it has always intrigued me as well. This seems like just
the files were exfiltrated.
I mean, it involves like programming. I don't really understand,
which in Europol's own words,
a lot of it, to be honest. But like, if you're trying to learn like actual hacking, what I would personally suggest is start with TryHackMe. Like, just TryHackMe. You probably have heard about it. I would suggest starting here. I'm currently not doing it because I'm using a free website called CS for All right now. And it's basically by Cisco, and there's a lot of courses here for free. Everything is free here, so I would say do that. I'm currently doing the junior cyber security analyst path, and I've already done everything up till here. I've already done that. I just started this, and after that they also have an ethical hacker course, which is right there. And as prerequisite to starting this, you should complete this, which I'm trying to do before I start the ethical hacker course. And once I'm done with this, I'll pay for a TryHackMe premium membership and just grind through that every day, which is my plan for now. And then after that, you know, once I get used to it, start doing boxes on HackTheBox. I don't have any work experience, but honestly, neither do I, man. I did an internship for like 3 months, but I mostly just played around in that internship. I didn't really learn much at all, to be honest. I would consider myself a non-traditional engineer. I'm thinking smart. What is? Let me ask. I don't really know what smart hacking contracts is. Let me ask ChatGPT real quick. What are smart hacking contracts? What are those, bro? What are those? I mean, like ChatGPT, even ChatGPT doesn't know what it is, so I guess I'm not that stupid then. Okay, wait, or maybe smart contract hacking. Smart contract hacking. Smart contract hacking. Oh, there we go. Let me just put some music or some shit in the background while I'm reading this, just to make it like not so boring. Well, this is just kind of dead music, but still, it helps me focus and read. Smart contract hacking refers to the exploitation of... Can you hear me right now? Yeah, you can hear me just fine. Alright, cool. Smart contract hacking refers to the exploitation of or vulnerabilities found in smart contracts, which are self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into code. Here's a breakdown. Smart contracts, they are programmed that automatically execute the terms of a contract. When predefined conditions are met, they run on blockchain platforms. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what we use to like verify. Well, I think that's what is used to like pay people that mine Ethereum and stuff like that. I think I'm not really sure how it works though. Hacking in the context of smart contracts, hacking refers to finding and exploiting weaknesses or vulnerabilities in the smart contract code or the underlying blockchain platform. Okay. Do you want to do that as like a, I mean, obviously if you're going to want to do it as a black hat, you're probably not going to want to tell me that. But I don't know if there's like, is there a lot of like white hat job opportunities doing that? Types of smart contract hacks: reentrancy attacks, exploiting the reentrant nature of smart contracts to repeatedly call a function before the previous function call is completed, overflow and underflow attack, manipulating arbitrary values to overflow and underflow, causing unexpected behavior, bubbles into relation to gain authorized access from. I know Holborn is a firm that does this, and Zelig. I actually never heard about them. Not gonna lie, I have never ever heard about them. That's very interesting. I guess this is something new that I've learned. I want to personally learn more about like web hacking and, you know, like exploiting machines more than you know, the smart contract, the cryptocurrency kind of stuff. Honestly, it's probably, I mean, this is probably like kind of tough. I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot of maths involved. No, they specialize in blockchain security. I'm also interested in learning about anti-scraping engineering. Ooh, is there? Okay, anti-scraping. That's interesting. I want to learn how to scrape. I mean, I'm currently learning Python, and I'm doing like a Python challenge, and on day 100 you're supposed to build a Python scraper that's supposed to be able to scrape a website. I didn't know about anti-scraping. I didn't know that was a thing. API hacking crypto exchanges. That sounds interesting as well. Looking for internal APIs with better latency. Damn, That sounds like fancy stuff. Like very, very fancy stuff. Have you done any like certifications or anything so far? What have you been studying? Do you have a degree or certifications or anything like that? Let me just go back to watching video. I don't feel like reading today. I don't know why. I absolutely cannot focus for the life of me today, man. I don't know why. I just can't focus for some reason. No formal education. 33-year-old delivery driver who likes computers. Okay, nice. That's very nice, you know. It's never the thing about like tech, about the IT industry, is it's like never too late to pivot to something else, you know, to change your career around, because you can basically learn everything at home, you know. It's not like medicine or like, I don't know, like accounting or something where you know, you can't necessarily learn everything by yourself. When it comes to IT, you can basically just learn like almost everything by yourself. You can self-teach yourself pretty much everything, which is nice, you know. So it's never really too late.
Platform for specialists in a variety.
But yeah, it's nice that you have a passion for computers. Like, have you started like learning yet? If so, like what resources have you used so far?
The platform has a forum, blog, and wiki, and I kind of get the feeling that this is essentially breach forums, but for the feds, where law enforcement agents across Europe can gather to share details on how they can improve their operations. Of course, such a platform is strictly invitation only, but they've had an uninvited guest. Intel Broker is a highly respected user within the cybercriminal community. They're a mod on breach forums and has been responsible for many other high-profile hacks. But when it comes to this latest breach, they posted several sample documents as well as screenshots as proof, and they even leaked a sample of a database
For web hacking, I studied bugbountyhunting.com. Let me check that out. I never actually heard about those. What the hell is this? Oh, that's my ChatGPT. Let me just close that. Out of here. Phone.cat. Bug bounty hunter, access your account. Helping you become a bug bounty hunter on a mission to learn how to test the security vulnerabilities on web applications without various real-life applications. Is this free? Is this free? Browse free challenge. I mean, it's got free challenges. Is it playground, like community? I'll definitely bookmark that. I'll bookmark it. Sounds good. Done. CTS. I'm a vulnerable researcher interested in system security networking. Currently one working co-founder at Zelic. Okay. False projects. I'm also I mean, this sounds like a just a personal blog type of thing. I don't know if there's anything to do here. This looks more like a personal this looks more like a personal blog more than anything, to be honest. And also OS juice swap for smart contract hacking. Okay. This is a lot of stuff, man. It used to be 100% free. Now they're paid stuff. Which one are you talking about? The bug bounty hunter one? Owning the newest porn star on the blockchain. I like that. I like that. I like that there. Where are you from, by the way? Trojan. Where are you from, man? This one here. This looks like a blog as well. I'm not gonna lie. This also kind of looks like a blog here. Not somewhere where you would do much. I mean, like, you know, practical learning. It looks more like things to read about. Looks interesting though. That's very interesting. You're from, I'm guessing that's New Jersey? Nice. I learned a lot reading the blogs and also Philip Dayan's papers. Okay. If I become a black hat hacker, I want to move to the Cayman Islands to hack other hackers and steal their hacks. Yeah, that's gonna be quite a lot of work. I can guess that's gonna be quite a lot of work, to be honest. I mean, like, hey, black hat pays off until you get caught, then, you know, it pays, you know, jail is not really cool, so that's not as nice. Okay, what is this here? Okay, you sent me like a review of 2 million vulnerability within the Optimism VM. What is this? Optimism VM, huh? Let me just go to like the base website here. What does the base website have? Bro, that's the problem with using a browser in dark mode, and that the links is in dark mode as well. This is a lot of crypto stuff right now. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really interested in like, you know, the smart contract hacking, any of that. Like anything related to you know, like blockchain. Not right now, anyways. I want to really consolidate my basics first. Like really get the basics down, and then move on to like other things, you know. So like right now, I'm still trying to, you know, get the basics of just networking in general, how it works, and you know, like as I talked to you about, you know, I'm gonna get into the ethical hacking course soon. So in about 2 weeks, I'll get into that, but then I'll start using more, you know, more tools. I think I learned a lot of basics by studying the anatomy of crypto hacks. Okay, but like, so like, how do you like explain, like, kind of explain like how you would, you know, what a crypto hack is, and what would you gain from it? Like, what do you get from hacking? You know, of doing a crypto hack. Do you just hack into somebody's wallet? Do you just hack like the API that's used for the transactions or whatever? And then you can just put yourself in the middle and just take all the money that's going for the transactions to your wallet or something like that. Like, I want, like, how does it work? It sounds very interesting.
Enforcement agents. However, the number of stolen files and overall file size of the breach is unknown. It's not hard to see how this dump could be highly useful to cybercriminals. If they can get a better understanding of how law enforcement works, then they can adapt their operations to avoid detection.
Philip Diane. PhD student colleges, verified email. I'm guessing that's all of his papers here that he's written. He's written quite a bit of them. Analysis of the DAO exploit explains a lot. Okay, I'll bookmark that, and whenever I have time, I'll check it out. This is very interesting, though. Very interesting. Do you plan on getting any certifications, though? Are there even any, like, are there any certifications that's like specifically, you know, like are specifically targeted towards like hacking blockchain, or, you know, hacking smart contracts?
In fact, former DARKWEB vendor...
Are there any certifications like that? No idea. Yeah, I haven't heard about any certifications like that, to be honest. I haven't heard about anything like that. So
totally check out.
It would be interesting if there was one of there. I just know about CCNA and CISSP being useful for cybersecurity, or SCP. Yeah, CCNA is basically like, again, you know, CCNA is by Cisco, so like what I'm learning right now is a lot of what you would be learning for the CCNA. So like the website that I mentioned, it covers a lot of what you learn for the CCNA, and it's free as well, which is pretty nice. The CISVP is more like, I feel like it's more towards like the management type than the hacking type. The OSCP covers a lot about hacking. Like it's a lot about exploitation, hacking, you know, a lot more hands-on. The CISSP is more like towards an analyst type of job, I feel like, from what I've looked at it, like from my point of view. It also covers a lot more like advanced networking stuff and all that. I had Pentester Lab is better for pen testing web, and I had the boss with OSCP too, from what I heard. If you rank top, yeah. I'm not sure about SOC2 analyst job search. What is SOC2? Is that the CIS SSP one? I know like the OSCP is like pretty much well recognized in the industry. Like if you have the OSCP, you can pretty easily get jobs. Like it's quite in demand, you know, and it gets you like pretty well paying jobs as well. SSE2, like a service organization, control type 2 security compliance framework developed by the American Institute. Interesting. I heard Pico CTF is also a nice website to do CTFs and things of that nature. No, wait, let's go back here.
OPSEC education was simply reading court documents about how other vendors that came before him were.
But yeah, like as I said, you know, I eventually want to get the OSCP. Not this year. 100% not gonna be able to do that this year. Maybe late 2025 or mid 2026 is where I would like. I don't know if I'm gonna do the OSCP, but I will probably like, you know, try to get the material to study for it and things like that, like learn about it, because like the one big barrier for the OSCP is the huge price tag. Like I think it's like $1,500 for 2 exam entries, which is insane, you know. If it was like maybe 200, I would have considered it, but $1,500 is just bonkers, you know, like it's way too much for me. SO2 guys, SOC2 are the guys who watch Twitter like a hog of their big hat hookers to find out any. Oh, okay, that's interesting. But some people learn this shit super fast. It is humanly possible to just skip to the advanced stuff and just learn it. It is humanly possible to do that. Like, for example, a lot of the young hackers, like the really young hackers, they will just go straight into learning how to hack, you know, that like they will just go hands-on. You know what I'm saying? Like they will just go hands-on, just get Kali Linux on a PC and just start hacking stuff, you know? And it also depends like what you regard as hacking, you know? Like being able to write malicious scripts in Python. Like some people, you know, they maybe can't do that, you know? Like hacking can be as easy as just writing a phishing email, sending it to somebody, and then, you know, like in that phishing email you attach some malware in it that you didn't write, you know, you just get it from somewhere in the dark web, you just slap it on there, and then maybe there's a GUI tool for the malware, and it basically just has, I don't know, a keylogger or something, then it just gives you all the passwords, you know, which is like script kiddie level hacker, but still kind of considered hacking, you know. There are 16-year-olds who hack smart contracts with 2 years of studying and steal tens of millions and then get caught. Yeah, see, like the thing is, if you study like the basics before you study OPSEC, then it's, you know, you reduce the chances of getting caught if you're doing something black hat. And if you're doing white hat, then you're better, because, you know, obviously even when you're doing white hat, you don't want to get caught because you're doing a pen test. You don't want anybody to, you know, catch you, and, you know, you just don't want to do it undercover. With smart contract hacking, you need to run something like Zion. Okay, Zion is Kali for smart. Okay, so there's like a special OS just for smart contract auditing. Okay, I've never heard about that. So it's like, it's like the Kali of smart contract hacking, basically. That's really interesting.
Saying the
It is
platform
very,
itself
very interesting.
wasn't hacked per se, rather the intrusion most likely resulted from just a single user's credentials being compromised. They also downplayed the breach, saying that only a small and limited part of the platform could be accessed. This is because the platform is segmented into various communities, like subforums, and you have to be individually invited to each one. However, Intel Broker gained access to the communities dedicated to cybercrime and cryptocurrencies, which pretty much covers all the bases in terms of what cyber miscreants would find interesting. Unsurprisingly, Intel Broker was only looking to sell the dump in exchange for Monero, and in fact the very same day the post was made, it was marked as sold. So this isn't a dump that's going to be made publicly available anytime soon, though that being said, many private dumps...
Do I sound like him to me? I mean, like, you definitely know a lot. Like, you know a lot of stuff that I didn't know. You probably know them more than I know. I would say if you probably get into it and you start learning like every single day, you could definitely make it for sure. Like, for sure, man. Like, you know, like, it's definitely not going to be something that you can do in 2 or 3 months unless you're like a genius or something. But if you just focus on it and you're regular and you're there every day and you're learning, you'll definitely make it for sure. I think it will take a few years definitely to get good, but you'll definitely make it eventually, I think, personally. By the way, I don't know if you're, I'm pretty sure you're not following already. If you don't mind just clicking on the follow button, you know, that way you can come back a bit more easily as well, you know. But it's up to you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the follow, man.
So eventually leaks online for one reason or another, so maybe one day we'll get a peek. As you can imagine, breach forums users were pretty elated by this breach, with some suggesting that maybe Interpol should be next. New details have emerged about a recent breach affecting Dell, which are pretty embarrassing for the company. So a couple weeks back, a hacker posted on breach forums claiming to have a database...
Have you heard of MEV? No, what is MEV? What is that? What is MEV?
49 million Dell customers. If you bought a system from Dell after 2017, you're probably in here. It includes your name and physical address, as well as details about your order like what you purchased and warranty info. Of course, the user, Menelik, is looking to sell the database, but he didn't name an exact price. The breach was confirmed to be legit when Dell sent out notification emails en masse to all the victims, but what Dell didn't mention though was how painfully easy it was for the hacker to gain access to their data.
It is a way of running crypto transaction on DeFi exchanges. But they are a way to utilize like supposed to do still. Oh, okay. I have no idea what a DeFi exchange even is.
As an inner experience. Well, there's a sort of trend at the moment in blockchain to think of MEV as a purely extractive and profit-driven activity. And there's definitely money in searching, but one thing I really want to try and...
For example, he talks about port scanning smart contracts to find bugs for MEV in the store. See, like, I know what port scanning is, you know. You scan for open ports for which you can, you know, get access to in the scenario where you're trying to get access to a server, a PC, into a company, you know, you would look for like devices, and then on those devices you would look for ports, and then, you know, you would try to find, you know, something that's out of date, some app, something that's out of date and that has a known vulnerability, and then you want to exploit that to gain access to the PC. And once you have access, you want to escalate, you know, privileges, and then once, you know, your root, you can basically move around, do whatever you want, and then you want to exfiltrate data. And while exfiltrating, obviously you want to be undercover, you don't want anybody to know about it, you want to be there as long as possible, maybe get a rootkit in, that kind of stuff. You know, I kind of know a little bit about, you know, hacking PCs, hacking servers. I don't know how to do it, but I know like the theory, because as I said, I've been learning the theoretical stuff first before I get into the practical stuff. But like in terms of crypto, I haven't learned anything. So like all you're sending me right now to me is like very, very, very new. So yes, so there was this bug where you can find open ports in smart contracts that allow them to basically front run crypto transactions. What is front running? What is like front running crypto transactions? Does that mean like you can just like create transactions yourself? Like you can just make whatever transactions you want. Is that what it means? It's pretty crazy. In worst case scenarios, the original transaction could be sending 10k worth of crypto, but only 5k is sent, and if bought from runs 5k. So okay, so it basically just modifies the transaction, and instead of 10k being sent to the recipient, only 5k is sent, and then you just steal 5K. Is that what it means? Is that what it means?
Convince you is that searching is not just about making money any more than poker is just about making money. It's an intellectual.
I'm not gonna watch this right now, sorry, because I feel like I'm not qualified enough to watch this and understand most of it. So it's like it's gonna be like a 5-year-old baby trying to understand like complicated mathematics. So there's a lot of ways to front run, but the way that most people think of when you say front running and MVVs is atomic arbitrage, which is basically atomic. See, like these are all terms that I never heard in my life before. This is all very new to me.
Just really wasn't a breach at all. In an interview with Bleeping Computer, the hacker explains that he discovered a portal for partners, resellers and retailers that could be used to look up order information. I'm pretty sure this is the portal in question, given the sign-up page is apparently down for maintenance. The hacker explains that he was able to register multiple accounts under fake company names, and had access within 2 days without verification. It's very easy to register as a partner, you just fill an application form. The portal provided partners the ability to look up arbitrary customers via a product's 7-digit service tag. A service tag is just a 7-character long alphanumeric code that's unique to each individual Dell product. And after looking up a tag, the hacker was given the name and address of the customer who bought the product. But to make matters worse, the portal...
You found someone who's willing to sell the coin for cheaper than what someone else is willing to buy in the same block. So you find someone... So that's called atomic arbitrage, right? You find someone who's willing to sell the coin for cheaper than what someone else is willing to buy. So you for example, if somebody is willing to sell it for, I don't know, 1, when people are willing to buy it for 1.2, okay, yeah, that's it. And you reorder the transaction in the block so that you profit from this. 0 stats required. Okay, so I'm guessing basically like if the person wants to sell, normally they should connect these two people's transactions together. But if you can add a transaction in there to profit from this, you make profit. This is MOV. By the way, ads are playing. Oh, sorry about the ads. Sorry about the annoying ass ads. Yeah.
Had no rate limiting at all, so the hacker was able to write a quick script to continuously pull the data from random service tags and simply leave the script running at 5,000 requests per minute. And after a couple weeks, he had the records of 49 million people. Funnily enough, after amassing all this data, he actually sent an email to Dell letting them know about the vulnerability. However, I think it's fair to assume the logic behind this email is that so Dell fixes the problem before another hacker has the chance to scrape it as well, which would greatly diminish the amount he could sell the database for. And it seems the miscreant is already coming up with ideas for how to profit. This information would be very helpful to tech support scammers, as they would know the precise information of the system and its owner. They could contact the Dell customers and convince the victims they are contacting from Dell support. Dell
I guess that's one way.
The breach, saying the risk is minimal, because whilst there are names, physical addresses and hardware info in the breach, there's no email addresses or phone numbers. And whilst Dell does have a point, the real danger comes when a bad guy combines this breach with another breach, using a certain column of data to match different records together, making the dump a whole lot more valuable to those tech support scammers, for example. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.
So this is a PS4. You're probably very familiar with what this is. It's a gaming console. It's well known. It's loved. But the crazy part about this thing is that it was recently jailbroken. A new jailbreak was found. The crazy part about this jailbreak is that it took advantage of a bug that has been known about publicly since 2006. In this video, we're going to break down how this exploit works, where the vulnerability is in the PS4, and talk about how this is kind of a funny story about this thing known as software bill of materials, keeping track of what code is in your code base that you didn't necessarily write. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is Ed. I'm a security researcher during the day, so instead of writing code, I read code, find bugs in code, and write reports. I think this is a really interesting case study of how the most secure software that you write may have underlying vulnerabilities if you don't know what other code is inside of your code. So if you like that kind of stuff, or if you want to just hang out with me, hit that sub button. I really appreciate it. Here is a write-up of the vulnerability and kind of how you can use this vulnerability to take control of your PS4 and jailbreak it, right? And again,
Welcome back,
jailbreaking
Trojan.
PS4 means there's code that runs that is controlled by Sony. If you're able to get code that runs that isn't written by Sony, you have custom remote code execution on the PS4, you have jailbroken your PS4, you can put your own apps on there, you can load your own software, and the PS4 is now effectively yours to do.
But yeah, what you were talking about before, you know, about the MEV, it's basically, yeah, like basically you can profit from the difference of, you know, what somebody's willing to sell for and what somebody's willing to buy for. So somebody's willing to buy for more and somebody's selling for less. For example, somebody's willing to buy for $1, somebody's willing to sell for $0.8, and then, you know, you can basically just create another transaction where, you know, you just profit from that $0.2, and, you know, let's say it's like happening 1,000 times, then you can profit, you know, 1,000 times that. Back in 2019, 2020, a lot of people were able to make 1 million per month before it got super competitive, and a lot of people who used to make this much can't make this kind of money anymore. And they say you need a team to compete nowadays. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Well, like, but I have found a handful of people on Twitter who share that they were able to figure it out on their own. Yeah, I guess again, you know, you would have to be pretty smart to figure that stuff out. And I guess it is like a micro, you know, like a subsection, like a niche section of hacking, you know, like that specifically just targets the blockchain. But probably these people, you know, they're smart enough to, you know, if blockchain was to just crash and people just lost faith in it, they would probably be able to move over to, like, you know, website hacking, scraping data off, you know, like stealing data, that kind of stuff, and reselling it on forums. They would probably be able to just pivot to that, honestly, considering they would be quite smart. There's even a bot who made 60 million in 4 months. Damn, that's some nice money, bro. That's some really, really nice money we're talking about here.
Now,
damn.
to do this, you need to write an exploit, right? You have to remotely get code execution on the PS4 in a way that allows you to run your own code. So this is a summary of the bug. This is on HackerOne. A malicious PPPoE server, so PPP is point-to-point protocol. A PPPoE server can cause a denial of service or potentially remote code execution. I always love this, by the way, when they say, yeah, denial of service or potentially remote code execution. It's like, okay, which one is it? Like, just being a DOS condition is much less severe than it being a remote code execution vulnerability.
My theory is that he must be living in the Cayman Islands. Why? Why the is there something specific about the Cayman Islands? Is there something specific about this island? These islands? British overseas territories. Like, what is so specific about there? Otherwise he would be paying too much money for capital gains tax. Zero, like, it's basically like zero taxes, right? There's a lot of places that offer zero taxes. I'm pretty sure like Dubai has zero taxes as well. For people that have citizenship there, I don't think like non-citizens can benefit from zero taxes in Dubai. But let me just look it up real quick. Countries with zero taxes. See. So we have Bahamas, Monaco, Qatar, Cayman Islands, Bahrain, Kuwait. A lot of like Saudi countries, basically. A lot of Arabic countries here, which, you know, they're basically rich from oil already, so they don't really need the extra money, I guess. Maldives is actually tax-free, bro. What? For real? Or is it? Am I tripping? No, yeah, no. This is Tax free. Okay. The Bahamas, Monaco, Qatar, Monaco. Monaco's like where a lot of rich people live. Where are you from? I'm from Mauritius. Let me look it up for you. I mean, like, my country kind of looks like this, basically. Kind of looks like this island with sunny beaches and stuff like that. Mauritius, basically. Yeah, this is kind of like what we look like here, Mauritius Island. This is where I'm at. Sadly, we have taxes here. We're not rich enough to, you know, have no tax. Sadly. Yeah, a lot of Saudi countries here, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait. I'm pretty sure Kuwait is like Saudi, right? No, I'm not. I think Bahrain, I'm pretty sure is Saudi as well. I know there's a Grand Prix there. I know there's an F1 Grand Prix in Bahrain. I know there's one in Monaco. There might be one in Qatar. I don't think there's one in Qatar actually. Turks in Kaisos, Andorra, Anguilla, Vanano, Bermuda. A lot of British stuff in here. And that's very interesting though. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I guess that, I mean, I don't know. It says there's no taxes, but it's not in the, Dubai is not in the list here. So I don't know. No idea. But yeah, this is where I'm from basically. I know most crypto traders on Twitter moved to the Cayman. Yeah, yeah, we were looking at the Cayman Island actually. Let me just see here. Let's see. So why is my thing in like, why do I have a white background now? Annoying. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Cayman Islands. Let's see. Cayman Islands. Where's it at? It's got the British flag right there. Interesting. Okay, nice beach. Cayman Turtle Center. It looks very nice. It looks kind of small from the top. Well, maybe not so much small actually. Let's see maps. Where's it at? Like this guy? Who's that? I personally don't trust like crypto traders. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't trust crypto traders. Like, I just don't trust them. Because a lot of them just lie about their income and shit like that. Okay, this guy here. Can't really see his profile right now. Interesting tweets. Very interesting. 6 million, 8 million a year though. It's very nice. But honestly, if I made like 5 mil, I would just retire, bro. 5 mil, and I think I'm retiring. Like, not really retiring. I would just invest on my money down, and I would just be sipping on coconuts in Cayman Islands or somewhere like that. Just sipping on coconut, you know, just enjoying life. Basically, I would not be working. Like I said, it's close to Cuba. Trinidad. Is Trinidad not like in the US or something? Is that near the US? Yeah, it is near the US. There we go. It's right there. Like right next to the US right there. Small island right there. Does this not fall into like the US jurisdiction though? Does this not fall in US jurisdiction? Like is that not part of the US or is it? The British, it's owned by the British. Interesting. It seems like it's Okay, that's very interesting. How big is this island? How big is this? I don't know. What is this here? Grand Old House Cayman? It looks nice though. It looks nice. I mean, if I would ever consider moving there, it would be literally just for no taxes, honestly. It would be for no taxes, but like apart from that, I'm just chilling where I'm at right now. I'm kind of just chilling in Mauritius. I am big chilling out here, bro. So it's no reason for me really to want to move. I like the tropical weather out here, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go on here. Mauritius also has 0. Really? Wait. We have 0 capital tax gains. Do we? Oh wait. What is like capital tax gain different from income tax? I'm guessing that's 2 different things, right? I'm guessing income tax and capital gains tax is different. I'm guessing like capital gains tax is from like investment and stuff like that. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Mauritius definitely does not have like, it has income taxes though. I know 100% it has income taxes. Mauritius 0 gains tax. Yes, like Luxembourg, it has 7 for corporations, but crypto bros, crypto folks, no, there's no tax on capital gains. As you know, certain transactional taxes, ordinary business profits, capital gains. Yeah, there we go. Like I know like as long as you're not earning more than that, you don't pay taxes on your income if you don't earn more than that per month. Which a lot of people don't earn that a month, to be honest. But yeah, it's very, very, very interesting. I think I'm gonna call it a day here actually and just go ahead and watch Mr. Robot or something. Like if you made a lot of money in crypto, it would take a few years, but it seems you could set up an account in the Cayman Islands and not pay tax on your gains. Ooh, okay, that's very interesting. But you would have to have like the nationality though, or you would have to have a Cayman Islands passport to be able to set up the account. Because if you set up the account like with your ID from your country, then it's going to be like registered at your country, and you know if you're making a lot of money, then the exchange might rat you out of something, you know, or you know if your country ever goes and asks the exchange, you know, I want to see like how much he has or whatever, they will probably comply. They'll probably comply, and you'll be kind of screwed unless, you know, it seems not even a decade ago. Yes, but that's because crypto wasn't like crypto like a decade ago. People weren't just getting rich from crypto, you know. A lot like the people that invested in it, like Bitcoin was what less than $1,000 a decade ago. So like that's probably why people didn't really bother about people making money from it, you know. But the people that held crypto from back then, they're now like multi-millionaires, you know. They made like 10 mil plus. So now people are like, you know, the government is like, yo, you know, should we tax them? And you know, obviously if there's money to be made, the government is gonna be like, yeah, let's tax the hell out of them, you know. Unless they were rich to begin with. If you're rich, the government will just let you be rich. But if you're like just making your money, the government will do as much as possible to take from you, bro. I'm not sure what the restrictions are either, but it seems not even a decade ago was much easier. But this has become a lot of fairer since you're not taking advantage of this. Yes, exactly. Like a lot of people were just fleeing their country and just going to, like, not really terrorists. A lot of companies, like a lot of legit companies, I think Nike or Adidas or something like that, they like their main company is set up in, I can't remember the name of the country, but they're set up in a country with really low taxes, or I think no taxes at all. And you know, they did that, well, obviously they did it for tax reasons, and a lot of companies just do it so they can get away from taxes. And you know, as long as the companies are big enough to the point where they can just pay off the big guys, like the big corporate officials, they can pretty much just get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they can very much just get away with it. Let me just go ahead and just like, there was like IPsec, whatever it's called. Journal, no, whatever. Let me just view like my law stream server for law stream here. This one. There we go. InfoSec streams. This one here. Just find all the streamers that are streaming the same kind of stuff. These are the books I browse for learning about macro trading. Trading is something I always wanted to learn, but trading is risky. Trading is very risky, and I feel like learning ethical hacking is much more worth it than learning trading, because ethical hacking is a lot more safe and it pays very well as well. Trading, very risky. If you're really good, if you're like the top 1% of traders, forget top 0.1% of traders, then you're gonna make good money. But if you're not in that, then you're probably gonna lose money, you know. Why does it not load? I have no idea why it's not loading. Zero idea. I don't know if I learn too much about government stuff like that. I mean, I'm not focusing about governments, about taxes and things like that. I'm not making a lot of money, so I'm not making money just blank, you know? So I don't really have to focus on taxes just now. I don't really have to focus on my taxes right now. Like, I'll focus on taxes and escaping taxes when I have to, you know. The Economic Weapon by Nicholas Murder, Geopolitical Alpha by Marco Papish. Okay, you seem like you read a lot of books, which is nice. Reading books is nice. I can't remember the last time I read a book. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I cannot remember the last time I actually read a book. Like, honestly, I just can't remember it. Let's see what they're doing here. These were doing. Well, he has like 200 people, so it probably wouldn't matter. Let's see this guy here. Bro, why do these guys have like 2,000 viewers? Everybody, come on. Global macro trading. The WSG guide to the 50 economic indicators that really matter. Treasury bond basis. Damn, you've read all of these? Sheesh. Big debt crisis. Damn, it's very nice. This is very, very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Let me read out to this friend here. Doing some streaming. Read out to him and say hi.
Ich halt hin und wieder mal, das ganz selten. Die zwei sind tatsächlich auf dem Behalte.
Put the volume down a bit here. There we go. And I follow the authors who have a Twitter. Nice, very nice. And listen to any interviews they have on YouTube. Okay. I haven't. I want to listen to like DEF CON interviews and things like that, but I haven't really done that yet. I have been listening to something called Darknet Diaries. Darknet Diaries. It's very nice. Like, it's basically like interviews with people that have done hacks before or have been involved in hacks before. It's very, very nice. I would suggest this personally. It's very, very nice. I usually listen to these like while I'm sleeping or something. It's really nice. I used to listen to Darknet Diaries. Yeah, they're very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. The guy's voice is like, you know, something I could just listen to for a long time as well. It's very, very nice. I think I'm gonna call it a day here though and rate that to my bold courage. And yeah, just I'm not gonna go to sleep just yet. I'm gonna go watch some like Mr. Robot or something. I'm close to finishing Mr. Robot actually, so but I'm just gonna go watch an episode and then chill for a bit. Europa League for Manu, yes sir, easy, yes, sir. We love that. Thanks for popping it by the way, Zai. I'm just reading out right now. About to go and chill honestly, but thanks for popping it. How's the trip going by the way, real quick before I go here? How's your trip going so far, or your internship? And I don't know, it's not something to be proud of, but I joined those black market forums and met those botnet creators and or sellers and that are stealing and reselling folks, but most of them are scammers. I mean, I have been on the darknet as well. I've been on the dark, like, let's be honest, who that is like studying and looking into you know, like cybersecurity has not accessed the darknet, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody has done it, and you need to do it. You need to be active in the darknet to like monitor exploits and hacks and stuff like that. So it's fine. I don't really judge you for it, man. It's fine. You can do it. I'm not like really like a cop or anything, so I don't really care. It's good. 1 week left. Well, I hope the 1 week just you know, it passes quickly and you enjoy it, man. But yeah, we're about to rate out here. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. I appreciate you, Trojan. Take care, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye.
Lass mich mal.